3 1/3 innings in his matchup. So he comes back a 16-game winner during the regular year. Harvey, Durwood Merrill, Darrell Cousins, and Bruce Fleming out on the foul line. Chopper to the right side. Phillips short hops nicely, throws him out.
The big hop that Phillips had to play on the short hop didn't get as high. He's a speed pitch.
So he'll give you a fastball, a cut fastball, a slider, and that big overhand curve. And that's promptly hooked into right field for a base hit. Canseco over to get it. Stubbs holding with a 1-out single, and that will bring up Mickey Hatcher. The count here is 1-1. And there's a high drive into deep left field. Back goes Javier. Gone. Mickey Hatcher, a 2-run home run.
And that Dodger bench almost feeling like, well, that's enough. Look at them all waiting for Hatcher.
So Mickey Hatcher wound up going with the big club.
You know what he just did? Shaking hands with everybody.
Marshall, a chopper slowly to third. Carney Lansford in a hurry and takes care of it.
He hit Peronowski with a right hand right across the head, knocked his cap off. He's dangerous when he hits home runs in the bench. In there, it's down, you're not, and he says, I never worry where.
And that takes care of Shelby, but the Dodgers add 2 on the scoreboard. And at the end of half an inning, Dodgers 2, here come the A's.
Ball. This is a big inning for Hershiser. Has to shut him down right here to send a message back.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball hard. Sacks in front of it, throws him out. So Javier hit it hard, but right at the second baseman. That'll bring up Dave Henderson.
As always, strikeouts and ground balls, that's what you'll see.
And as usual now, with the A's behind, Henderson is very important, but he's going to pop it up to Griffin.
And that was a breaking ball. He's a first ball fastball hitter, and Hershiser, who has that personal computer as his companion, in fact, in Los Angeles, to make sure he knew what he was doing.
Breaking ball, and he kind of sidearmed him. He really got under that to give it such a big roundhouse curve. And at the end of an inning, the hitter always gets time granted because they're afraid of injury, that maybe something's wrong and he can't see the pitch. And there's ball 4. One ball and no strikes. The count to Rick Dempsey. Davis pretty good lead at first. And a chopper to shortstop. Backing up is Weiss. Goes to Phillips. Back to first. Double play.
That double play was slow and developing, and Phillips really had to hang in there. Seems to be biting more. Maybe a tighter grip. It's a tighter spin for sure.
2-1. Fastball and a good play by Storm Davis on a comebacker. No runs, no hits, nobody left. And at the end of an inning and a half, Dodgers 2, A's nothing. Parker could provide it. Just going back to his own career in that '79 World Series for the Bucks. Line drive at Sachs. And was that thing hit on the screws?
McGuire is the next batter. He hit the home run off Jay Howell. He's a low fastball hitter.
That's just what he got. 2-2. And he got another one, and he hits a high drive to center, but Shelby will make the catch. Similar to a ball that Mark hit the other night that Shelby caught on the warning track.
Massey gets a lot of room in left center field.
1-0. And he lifts a fly ball to left. Hatcher's there. And at the end of 2, the Dodgers 2, the A's nothing. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. Struck out 5, and there was only 1 ball hit in the air. Drag bunt by Griffin. McGuire, the feed, and he's out. Boy, what a windup by Larry McCoy.
He really sold that call. Larry McCoy had to sell that call because it was that. There'd been 2 balls hit to the outfield, and we're only in the completed 2 innings.
Up the middle, and it'll be a base hit for Sachs. Well, a one-out single means Sachs and Hatcher are the only two players in the series to have hit safely in each game. Put a play on with Stubbs because so many times he'll swing right through the pitch. Sachs goes, and it's lifted into left center, but playable. Javier is there. Stand for the catch, and Sachs returns. 2 out, and Mickey Hatcher. Sachs goes down and away, and the throw got him. What a throw by Hassey. Beauty.
The key to that throw was on his first base side of the bag. He really had to throw it hard.
0-1 to Carney Lansford. Line drive, base hit to center. Lansford's going. Ground ball to the hole. Smothered by Griffin. No play. So they put that hit and run play on. And he got away with it.
In charge.
Stubbs looking bunt now. He's convinced. And there it is. Dempsey will make the play to Sachs, and the tying runs are at second and third with 1 out.
Beautiful bunt.
You saw Orel's father and his wife Jamie. 0-1. And it's hit in the air to left. Hatcher is there, tagging is Lansford. The catch is made. Lansford will score. 3-0 to Henderson. Ball 4.
Karanowski wants to talk to him.
Sinker hit down to Griffin. He goes to Sachs, and they get the force play, but they get a run on 2 hits and leave 2. At the end of 3, Dodgers 2, A's 1.
Season 4 in the World Series. Hatcher 1 home run in the season, 2 on the World Series.
And a high chopper. Tough play for Lansford. Bare hands, throws too late as Hatcher goes in on his landing gear, and the play backed up by Tony Phillips.
Way high, but it's not what you do with your feet, it's what you do with the bat.
Got him. And good pitch in on the hands. Marshall unable to get the arms extended, and he's rung up.
And that's what makes that curveball effective. If you don't pitch inside, you're a 500 pitcher.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Got him. And for Shelby now, paying the price of that big swing, he has struck out a half a dozen times in the series. 3 balls, no strikes. They let him swing, and a drive to right. Canseco going back. It is gone.
Lasorda gambles on a 3-0 pitch. He got a fastball, and Davis, who came to the Dodgers with the reputation of hitting home runs, hits a 3-0 pitch and picks up 2 runs for the Dodgers.
So Davis, who hit only 2 during the year, hits 1 in the World Series. Hatcher, who hit 1 during the year, hits 2 in the World Series.
And Hershiser looked like he was not invincible. They score a run, they come back with 2.
Got him on a breaking ball down and away. He struck out the side, but he gives up 2 runs, 2 hits, and at the end of 3 1/2, Dodgers 4, A's 1. Of a good pitcher going after the mound with good stuff. 75% of the time?
I would say yes, at least.
Ground ball wide of first. Stubbs is on it, and he'll do it himself. 1 away in the 4th inning. And Mark McGuire, the batter.
For Dempsey, they'll be showing it to him.
1-2. Got him.
Breaking ball again. McGuire did not see 1 fastball or 1 sinker in that sequence.
Only the 2nd strikeout for Hershiser. So the two-out pass brings up Carney Lansford.
His pattern of wildness with the fastball has been the same. I mean, it's been consistent high outside.
0-1. Drive to center. Going back is Shelby. He has room and puts it away. So they leave Hasse. And at the end of 4-1 Dodgers. We'll be back after these messages from your local. A shot flagged by Lansford. Up and at him to get him. Fine play.
They call him the perfect professional, and there's
in the team's development, where they were going nowhere. That was the beginning of the first step in the right direction. Got him.
Who didn't fool with him? Good fastball.
Friends, the 1988 World Series. And Sachs, who can go to right with the best of them, does that.
He may challenge him.
Not this time.
Canseco got over there. Sachs was thinking about it. I'll tell you, last night, Canseco learned about the way they're running.
Greg Cadaret last night struck out the side in the 8th inning, and when he was brought in to pitch to shot off Cadaret and deflected to the hole on the right side. Everybody's safe, and make sure that Greg is okay.
Right back at him. Don't know where it hit him. Sounded
very impressive. In limited service in the series, will now hook up with Mickey Hatchett. The impossible dream, that would be part of it. Little Nubber back to Nelson. Gene will take care of him, and the Dodgers lead 2. And at the end of 4.5, Dodgers 4, A's 1. 2-2. Got him. For Hershiser, that would be his 3rd strikeout. 1 out in the 5th, and Walt Weiss coming up. And made the errors. Then he decided to play Phillips, who is a much poorer hitter as a left-handed batter. I guess it was a matter of changing luck, trying to force a break.
Trying to force a break, but getting a guy in there who put the ball in play with a little bit of speed. I mean, I think that would be the percentage you see.
1 ball, 2 strikes. In there. And that's his 4th strikeout. He's now retired 4 in a row. And at the end of 5, 4-1 Dodgers.
Nelson has been trying to waste the pitch, and Marshall won't let him. He's dangerous with this count.
And I think he cracked his bat. Little fly ball to Canseco. 1 down. That sounded like a celery stalk. And the batter will be John Shelby. Play on Hamilton. Remember, the Dodgers had 2 more hits, so he saved not only an extra base hit but a run. And Shelby, for the 3rd time tonight, strikes out. And for the 7th time in the series. 2 down in the 6th. There goes Davis, and the ball is hit to right. Canseco with it hit over his head to the wall. It's against the wall. Davis will score. Dempsey will stop at second with a double, and the Dodgers lead 5-1. Popped it up on the left side and foul ground. There's Carney Lansford. And that will be it, but the Dodgers take a run on a hit and leave a man. At the end of 5.5, 5-1 Dodgers. Quick to hold that bat the way he does. That's 4, now 5 strikeouts for Orel Hershiser. He has struck out 3 of the last 4 men he has faced.
That was a good curveball once again. Henderson.
And there are those who can just sit and think. There's a drive to right. Marshall coming up to handle it. Toughest play for an outfielder. Ball hit right at him. But he froze and then finally moved in.
It was the swing by Canseco that really confused him, because Hershiser came sidearm with a fast.
Looks like himself, as if he's standing at attention to an anthem that no one else can hear. Little dribble, a charging Alfredo gets a pretty good hop and throws out Parker. 7 in a row retired by Hershiser. We'll be back after these messages from your local station.
On TV, I'm sure. Went down there kind of a good luck charm.
Little roller to the right side, playing it very cautiously. Phillips, cautiously to the extent that's a hard running left-hand hitter, but Tony knew his man. 1 down. For the A's, McGuire, Hasse, and Lansford due up in the bottom of the 7th. Popped it up. Tony Phillips. Up hitter, and they've had him bend his knees and at the waist. There's the bat on the shoulder. Ground ball to the hole. Over to get it, McGuire. A foot race won by Nelson. So Gene sets him down in order at the end of 6 1/2. 5-1 Dodgers. Hershiser allowing 1 run, 2 hits. Fastball hit in the air and down the right field line. In the corner goes Marshall, running to the wall and makes the play.
Ben, I think one of the big things is watching Hershiser just stand on the mound rather than pacing around like he did. It'll make you talk to yourself.
0-2 to Ron Hasse. And he's badly fooled on an off-speed pitch, and that gives Hershiser a half a dozen strikeouts. Lifted that one, a fly ball to center. I think Carney would like to have taken that swing back. So they're gone in the 7th at the end of 7. Dodgers 5, A's 1. To beat the Dodgers to the scoreboard. And Hatch's home run, boy, that lit him up. And he hits a one-hopper at Phillips, and Tony makes the play. If ever there was a man in the stands, and all of us can relate to it.
The Japanese baseball. I'll see if he does it again. Not quite as much, but he just goes to whacking, man.
Pops it up in a trio. Any one of the 3, it'll be Henderson. So quickly 2 out in the 8th inning. When the A's come up in the bottom of the 8th, they are due to send up. Rick Honeycutt barely beats it out with a belly whopper. You strike out Marshall and Shelby, and then Davis hits a 3-0 pitch for a 2-run home run, and then you strike out Dempsey. So in an inning that saw Storm Davis strike out the side, he was also dealt his most severe blow. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he walked him, and for the Dodgers, that has to be a storm signal.
The bullpen might be stern.
Sort of have scored 5 runs, either on a walk or a hit batter. Runner going and a ground ball to Stubbs for the out.
Caught me by surprise, 5-1, and playing hit and run. I don't know.
Put it out hard, had a scoring fly ball, and struck out. Bouncer up the middle. Scoring is Phillips to make it 5-2 Dodgers, and this crowd can make a little noise now, as the A's are a long way from being out of it.
That play paid off for La Russa by starting the runner.
And he walked him. He had walked 2 batters in 7 innings. On the fists, a little pop fly to Stubbs. He jammed him, and it's the infield fly rule. Now that's $1 million pitch plus.
Yes, it is, because it was the one pitch he wanted to throw. You saw him with the great close-up.
And the Cobra at the plate. And it got away at the plate, and the runners move up. It must have hit Dempsey's shin guard to bounce like that. Got him on that low breaking ball. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left, and at the end of 8, 5-2 Dodgers. guess really Jose Canseco would be the quiet cannon in right field play. And then, of course, popped up in the 8th, flied out in the 6th. Fly ball, right center. Canseco and Henderson will be Jose. Boy, when you have been in the spotlight, as he very much so in check in the World Series. Popped up, foul, McGuire down the line. It's his call. In 1981.
Take a look at a guy like Ernie Banks was on the field. Never played in one.
Little ground ball wide to third. Carney Lansford over to McGuire. Okay. McGuire, Hasse, and Lansford due up in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers 5, A's 2. Breaking ball is hit to left center. Back goes Shelby to the wall to make the catch.
You're going to look at McGuire's average and say he didn't hit much in this series, but he's hit some balls hard here and didn't get any base hits.
No balls and 2 strikes to Ron Hasse. Breaking ball got him looking. 8 strikeouts for Orel Hershiser.
And it really began in the 5th inning when he really settled in.
Lansford single, scored a run, and twice flied to center. His single went to center. Ground ball to the hole, backhanded by Griffin. Off balance throw is too late. And the A's are still alive.
Griffin ended up right on the foul line. He really made a fine play.
Set up 1 run, scored 1. And going to third on ball 3. So Lansford getting a free ride. And now suddenly, and you know he was struggling in the 8th inning, Hershiser struggling in the 9th. Lansford down the line from third with 2 out. Steinbach on deck. 5-2 Dodgers in the 9th. Got him. They've done it. Like the 1969 Mets. It's the impossible dream